Sir Alex Ferguson's heated courtroom. Clash a call to action amidst Manchester United's crisis. In an unprecedented turn of events, legendary Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson found himself at the center of a courtroom drama that has captured the attention of football fans worldwide. The incident unfolded during a hearing where Ferguson, visibly distressed, confronted Jim Ratcliffe, the billionaire businessman and principal figure behind Ineos, in a heated exchange that culminated in an unexpected slap. This dramatic moment serves as a microcosm of the broader turmoil engulfing the club, which has seen its fortunes plummet to an alarming 15th place in the Premier League. The courtroom was filled with tension as the hearing sought to address various issues surrounding Manchester United's management and ownership. With the Glazers, the club's controversial owners, under fire for their handling of the team's affairs, Ferguson took the opportunity to voice his frustrations. The former manager, known for his fiery temperament and deep love for the club, passionately implored the Glazers to reconsider their partnership with Ratcliffe and Ineos, citing the detrimental impact on the team's performance. Witnesses reported that the atmosphere in the courtroom shifted dramatically when Ferguson, in a moment of anger, slapped Ratcliffe across the face. According to sources, the slap was not just a physical act but a symbolic gesture reflecting Ferguson's desperation for change at a club he once led to unparalleled success. The courtroom fell silent, with many attendees stunned by the outburst. Ferguson's plea to the Glazers was fueled by a sense of urgency. "We cannot continue down this path," he reportedly exclaimed, his voice trembling with emotion. "The fans deserve better. The history of this club deserves better. This partnership is damaging us." His words resonated with many who have watched Manchester United struggle in recent seasons, leading to widespread calls for a change in leadership and strategy. The Glazers have faced mounting criticism from fans and former players alike, with many accusing them of neglecting the club's legacy in favor of financial gain. Ferguson's intervention highlights a growing divide between the current management and the loyal supporters who have stood by the club through thick and thin. His emotional outburst underscores the urgency of the situation. Manchester United, once a titan of English football, now finds itself languishing in the lower half of the Premier League table. As the courtroom drama unfolded, Ratcliffe remained composed, albeit visibly taken aback by Ferguson's actions. In a statement following the incident, he expressed his commitment to Manchester United and the need for a collaborative approach to address the club's challenges. "I understand Sir Alex's passion. We all want what's best for Manchester United," Ratcliffe said. "However, we must work together to find solutions rather than resorting to conflict." The fallout from the incident has sent shockwaves through the football community. Fans took to social media to express their support for Ferguson, with many echoing his sentiments regarding the Glazers and Ineos. "Sir Alex has always put the club first," one fan tweeted. "It's time for the Glazers to listen and make the changes we need." The current season has been tumultuous for Manchester United, with a string of poor performances leading to discontent among players and fans. The team's lack of cohesion on the pitch has been evident, with several key players underperforming and the coaching staff struggling to implement a coherent strategy. The club's management has come under scrutiny, with calls for a thorough review of both player recruitment and coaching methods. Ferguson's slap may have been a shocking moment, but it also serves as a wake-up call for Manchester United. The legendary manager's passionate plea for change reflects the deep-rooted concerns shared by many within the club's ecosystem. As the dust settles from the courtroom altercation, the question remains: will the Glazers heed Ferguson's call and take decisive action to restore Manchester United to its former glory? As the season progresses, all eyes will be on the club's management decisions. Will they act on Ferguson's warnings and reassess their partnership with Ineos? Or will they continue down the current path, risking further alienation from the fan base? Only time will tell if this dramatic courtroom incident will serve as a catalyst for change, or if it will be yet another chapter in a long saga of disappointment for Manchester United. In the coming weeks, the club faces crucial fixtures that could determine the fate of its season. Fans are hopeful that the passionate outcry from Ferguson and others will inspire a much-needed turnaround. The stakes are high, and the pressure is mounting for the Glazers and their management team to respond effectively. This Inc. Brutal heartbreak, Amorim clashes with Rashford. After European dreams dashed in a dramatic turn of events at Manchester United, manager Ruben Amorim has found himself embroiled in a public spat with star forward Marcus Rashford. The confrontation comes on the heels of a disappointing season in which the Red Devils finished a woeful 15th in the Premier League, missing out on European competition for the upcoming year. Rashford's recent comments about wanting to play in the Europa League with Aston Villa, where he has just completed a loan spell, have sparked a fierce response from Amorim, who has taken umbrage at the young forward's mockery. The fallout from a disappointing season. Manchester United's 2023 to 2024 season was anything but a success. With high expectations following the hiring of Amorim, fans were hopeful that the club could reclaim its place among Europe's elite. However, a string of lackluster performances and tactical missteps saw the team languishing in mid-table, unable to secure even a spot in the Europa League. The culmination of this disappointing campaign has left supporters frustrated and players questioning their futures. Amorim, who previously enjoyed success in Portugal with Sporting CP, faced mounting pressure as the season wore on. His inability to instill a winning mentality and cohesive style of play led to growing discontent among fans and pundits. The club's failure to qualify for European competition has not only financial implications, but also severely hampers its ability to attract top talent moving forward. Rashford's controversial remarks. In a recent interview, Rashford didn't mince words while discussing his future aspirations. "I want to play in Europe next season, and Aston Villa is the place for that," he said, clearly aiming his remarks at the current state of Manchester United. This declaration has fueled speculation about Rashford's dissatisfaction with the club and his potential departure. His comments have not only highlighted the frustrations within the squad, but also directly questioned Amorim's competence as a manager. Rashford's choice of words has been interpreted by many as a direct jab at Amorim's inability to guide the team into Europe. The 15th-place finish has left a bitter taste in the mouths of players, and Rashford's remarks serve as a stark reminder of the club's struggles. His desire to join Aston Villa in pursuit of European football further underscores the urgency for change within Manchester United. Amorim's heated response. In a press conference following Rashford's comments, Amorim did not hold back. "How dare you talk to me like that?" he retorted, visibly agitated. "This is a team effort, and we all need to take responsibility for our failures. I expect more respect from my players." His response reflects the mounting tension within the club and highlights the challenges he faces in managing both the team and its egos. Amorim's frustration is rooted in the broader context of the team's struggles. While he acknowledges Rashford's talent and aspirations, he emphasizes that the club needs to come together rather than air grievances publicly. "We're all in this together, and pointing fingers won't solve our problems," he added, emphasizing the need for unity moving forward. The impact on team morale, Rashford's comments, and Amorim's fiery rebuttal have sparked a wave of speculation regarding the overall morale within the squad. Many players look up to Rashford as a leader, and his dissatisfaction could influence the mindset of others. The public nature of this altercation raises questions about how the team will respond in the coming season. Will they rally around their manager or allow discontent to fester and grow? The fallout from this incident could have lasting implications for both Rashford and Amorim. For Rashford, the desire to play in Europe could lead him to seek opportunities elsewhere if Manchester United fails to provide a compelling vision for the future. For Amorim, the pressure is mounting to turn things around quickly, especially if he hopes to retain the support of his players and the club's hierarchy. A crossroads for Manchester United. As the summer transfer window approaches, Manchester United finds itself at a crucial crossroads. The clash between Rashford and Amorim serves as a microcosm of the larger issues plaguing the club. With the prospect of another season without European football looming, the urgency for decisive action has never been greater. The board of directors will need to weigh their options carefully. Does Amorim deserve more time to implement his vision, or is it time for a change at the managerial level? The decision could have far-reaching consequences, not just for the immediate future, but for the long-term trajectory of the club. Rashford's future, a fork in the road. For Marcus Rashford, the current situation presents a fork in the road. While his public statements, Amorim's European dream dashed, Rashford's bold claims shake up Manchester United. In a surprising turn of events, Marcus Rashford has publicly mocked Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim, expressing his aspirations to compete in European football next season, albeit with a different club. As the dust settles on the current Premier League season, shockwaves reverberate through Old Trafford, particularly after United's underwhelming 15th place finish, which has left them without a spot in any European competition for the upcoming season. Amorim, who joined Manchester United with high hopes and a substantial reputation after his successful tenure at Sporting Lisbon, now finds himself in a precarious position. With high expectations to restore Manchester United to its former glory, Amorim's inability to secure a European qualification has raised serious questions about his future with the club. Fans and pundits alike are now debating whether the Portuguese manager can turn the tide in the face of such a dismal outcome. Rashford, currently on loan and looking ahead to the next chapter in his career, took to social media recently, displaying his ambitions to play in the Europa League with one of the league's rising teams, Aston Villa. His comments have sent shockwaves through the Manchester United fan base, as many see this as a direct dig at Amorim and the club's current trajectory. It's disappointing not to be in Europe next season. I've had a taste of European football, and it's something every player dreams of. I want to compete at the highest level, and if that means looking elsewhere, then so be it, Rashford stated during a press conference. His candid remarks have sparked conversations around the future of numerous players at Manchester United, many of whom may seek greener pastures as they grapple with the reality of a club that is currently devoid of continental competition. The ramifications of United's failure to qualify for Europe extend beyond just Rashford's ambitions. The club faces a potential exodus of talent as players consider their options. The likes of Bruno Fernandes and Jadon Sancho, who have been pivotal to the team's previous successes, may also question their futures if the club does not present a compelling case for why they should remain at Old Trafford. Adding fuel to the fire, Rashford's comments were interpreted by many as a thinly veiled critique of Amorim's tactics and management style. Since his appointment, Amorim has faced scrutiny for his decision-making and team selections, criticisms that have intensified as the season progressed. Despite the manager's efforts to instill a cohesive playing style, the performances on the pitch have often fallen flat, leading to an alarming number of dropped points. In a recent match that epitomized United's struggles, the team succumbed to a 2-1 defeat against a mid-table rival, illustrating the mounting pressure on Amorim. Following the match, Rashford reportedly expressed his frustration to teammates about the lack of ambition within the squad. "We need to aim higher. Competing in Europe isn't just a goal, it's an expectation at a club like Manchester United," he was quoted as saying. The relationship between Rashford and Amorim is now under the microscope. While Rashford has been a loyal servant to the club, his outspoken nature could create friction within the squad. Amorim, known for his tactical acumen but perceived as lacking in motivational skills, may need to reassess his approach if he hopes to retain key players like Rashford. The manager's future is now uncertain, with speculation rife about potential replacements should the situation not improve. Names like ex-Tottenham boss Antonio Conte and several high-profile candidates have already emerged in discussions among fans and pundits, further intensifying the spotlight on Amorim. Meanwhile, Aston Villa stands to benefit from Rashford's ambitions. Under the guidance of their own promising manager, the club has made significant strides in recent seasons and is poised to make a push for European football. If Rashford does indeed make the switch, it would not only bolster Villa's attacking prowess, but also send a clear signal regarding the current state of Manchester United. Ultimately, Amorim's tenure is now hanging in the balance. The manager must find a way to galvanize his squad and re-establish Manchester United's status as a competitive force in English football. Should he fail to do so, Rashford's mockery may just be the beginning of a broader narrative about a club in crisis. As the summer transfer window approaches, it remains to be seen how both Rashford and Amorim will navigate this turbulent period. Will Rashford secure his desired move, leaving behind a club that once held such promise? Can Amorim turn things around and convince his players to stay and fight for a brighter future? Only time will tell, but one thing is for certain: Manchester United's journey. Rashford eyes Europa League return with Aston Villa after loan spell. In a surprising turn of events, Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has expressed a strong desire to continue his career with Aston Villa following the conclusion of his loan spell at the Midlands club. Having spent an invigorating period at Villa Park, Rashford's ambitions for the upcoming season are rooted in a quest for European competition, a stark contrast to his current situation at Manchester United. Rashford's loan to Aston Villa was marked by a resurgence in form and confidence, as he contributed significantly to the team's performance in the Premier League. During his time with Villa, he showcased his ability to score crucial goals and provided assists that helped lift the team into a more competitive position. However, the young forward's return to Manchester United has been overshadowed by the club's disappointing finish in the league, securing a mere 15th place, which means they will not be competing in any European tournaments next season. This lack of European football has become a pivotal factor in Rashford's future considerations. In a recent interview, he candidly stated, "I want to play in the Europa League next season. Aston Villa has been incredible for me, and I feel a strong connection with the club and its fans. Competing in Europe is where I want to be, and right now, that opportunity seems to be more viable at Villa than at Manchester United." The prospect of playing in the Europa League is particularly appealing to Rashford. The tournament not only offers a platform for players to showcase their talents on an international stage, but also brings with it a chance for clubs to build momentum and establish themselves in European football. For a player of Rashford's caliber, participating in European competitions is crucial for his development and career trajectory. Aston Villa, under the astute management of Unai Emery, has been steadily improving and positioning itself as a contender in English football. The club's ambition to qualify for European competitions aligns with Rashford's aspirations, making the partnership seem mutually beneficial. The Villa fanbase has also embraced Rashford, appreciating his work ethic and contributions during his loan spell. Meanwhile, Manchester United's management faces mounting pressure to reassess their strategy after a disappointing season. The club's failure to qualify for Europe has raised concerns about player retention, with several key figures, including Rashford, contemplating their futures. The Red Devils' current trajectory has left many players questioning their places within the squad, especially given the competitive nature of the Premier League. Rashford's situation has ignited discussions among fans and pundits alike, with many speculating on the potential implications of his departure. If he were to make a permanent move to Aston Villa, it would not only signify a shift in his career, but also reflect the changing landscape of English football, where clubs outside the traditional top six are beginning to attract top talent. The financial aspects of a potential transfer would also come into play. Manchester United, known for their commercial prowess, might demand a substantial fee for Rashford, should Villa express a serious interest in making his loan permanent. However, the allure of a fresh start and the chance to compete in Europe could be a motivating factor for both Rashford and the Aston Villa management. As the transfer window approaches, the stakes are high for Rashford and Aston Villa. The forward's desire to play in the Europa League could spur Villa to bolster their squad further, ensuring they not only compete domestically, but also make a mark on the European stage. The club's ambition, coupled with Rashford's talent, could create a formidable partnership capable of challenging for European honors. In addition to his on-field contributions, Rashford's philanthropic efforts have also resonated with fans. His commitment to social causes, particularly in combating child food poverty, has endeared him to many. This off-the-pitch persona adds another layer of appeal for any club looking to secure his services. Aston Villa, with its rich history and community focus, could provide the perfect backdrop for Rashford to continue his charitable work while pursuing his footballing ambitions. As discussions unfold, the footballing world will be watching closely. Rashford's next steps could have significant implications not only for his career, but also for the trajectory of both Manchester United and Aston Villa. With the summer transfer window looming, the clock is ticking for Rashford to make a decision that could define the next chapter of his career. In conclusion, Marcus Rashford's desire to play in the Europa League with Aston Villa highlights the ongoing evolution of player ambitions in modern football. As clubs adapt to the changing dynamic, Sir Alex Ferguson slaps Jim Ratcliffe in court as tensions rise over Manchester United's struggles. In a shocking turn of events that has captivated the football world, Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary former manager of Manchester United, was involved in a dramatic incident in court involving businessman Jim Ratcliffe. The courtroom confrontation unfolded against the backdrop of Manchester United's dismal performance this season, culminating in the team finishing 15th in the Premier League, its lowest position in decades. The scene was set earlier this week at Manchester Crown Court, where Ratcliffe, a prominent figure in the sports industry and owner of Ineos, was present for a business-related hearing. Tensions simmered as Ferguson, who has been vocal about his concerns regarding the club's management and direction, entered the courtroom. Witnesses reported an electric atmosphere, with a palpable sense of anticipation surrounding the proceedings. As the hearing progressed, Ferguson, visibly agitated, expressed his frustrations about the Glazer family's continued ownership of Manchester United. His remarks echoed the sentiments of many fans and analysts who have scrutinized the Glazers' commitment to the club. Ferguson's passionate plea for the Glazers to sever ties with Ratcliffe and Ineos was met with mixed reactions from those in attendance. "Enough is enough," Ferguson reportedly exclaimed, slamming his fist on a nearby table. "We cannot allow this partnership to continue while the team languishes in mediocrity. The Glazers need to take responsibility for their actions and make the right choices for the club's future." The tension escalated further when Ferguson confronted Ratcliffe directly. Eyewitnesses described a heated exchange between the two men, with Ferguson demanding accountability for the club's poor performance. In a moment that shocked everyone in the room, Ferguson angrily slapped Ratcliffe across the face. The incident left many stunned, as it is rare to see such raw emotion from one of football's most respected figures. Ratcliffe, taken aback by the unexpected outburst, reportedly stumbled and collapsed to the floor. Medical personnel were called to assess his condition, but he was soon able to rise, albeit visibly shaken. This dramatic moment highlighted the deep frustration surrounding Manchester United's current situation, with many fans questioning the effectiveness of the club's leadership. The fallout from this incident has been swift. Social media erupted with reactions, with fans and pundits weighing in on the altercation. Some have praised Ferguson for his passion and commitment to the club, while others criticized him for his unprofessional behavior in a public setting. The incident has reignited debates about the direction of Manchester United and the roles of both the Glazers and Ratcliffe in the club's future. Manchester United's performance this season has been nothing short of disastrous. Following a series of uninspired displays, the team found itself hovering near the relegation zone, a position that no one associated with the club could have anticipated. The frustration among fans has reached a boiling point, with many calling for a complete overhaul of the club's management structure. In the wake of this incident, the spotlight has turned to the Glazers, who have faced mounting pressure to sell their stake in the club. Despite promises of investment and support from Ratcliffe and Ineos, results on the pitch have not reflected any positive changes. Many supporters are demanding transparency and accountability from the ownership group, urging them to prioritize the club's legacy over profit. As the weeks unfold, the future of Manchester United hangs in the balance. The repercussions of the courtroom incident may have far-reaching implications for Ratcliffe's partnership with the Glazers, as well as the club's overall direction. Fans are left wondering whether this confrontation will serve as a catalyst for change or simply be another chapter in the ongoing saga of a once great club now struggling to find its footing. In the meantime, Ferguson's actions have sparked discussions about the responsibilities of former managers and players in advocating for their clubs. While passion and loyalty are commendable, the question remains, where should the line be drawn? This incident serves as a reminder that the stakes are high in football, and emotions can often cloud judgment in the heat of the moment. As Manchester United prepares for the remainder of the season, all eyes will be on the boardroom and the decisions made in the coming weeks. Will the Glazers heed Ferguson's call for change, or will they continue on their current path? The future of Manchester United may very well hinge on the answers to these questions, and the fans' hopes for a brighter tomorrow depend on the actions taken today. In conclusion, the courtroom clash between Sir Alex Ferguson and G.